Jayo Radhamada Kunjabi Jaya Radhamada Kunjabi Jaya Radha
Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. To the glory of the assembly. All glories to the assembly. Glories to the assembly. Glories to Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. I will take the English book because everybody here speaks English. There's no French here.
All English.
What they're doing, the French?
No, they're doing the English.
Yeah, having service. Huh?
You do the teaching in English, please.
Yeah, new Biopolis International.
Today, French people choose not to go. Right? So the English wins. Okay, which
1, 3, 13.
1, 3, 13.
One French person.
Yeah, but she speaks English. The reverse is not always true, huh? Reverse is not always true. Thank you very much to come to the Srimad Bhagavatam class. So we are reading today Canto 1, Chapter 3, Verse 13. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Astame Meru Devyam Tu. Ashtame Meru Devyam Tu.
Asame Meru Tu.
Nabel Jata Urukrama.
Nave Jata Urukrama.
Nabel Jata Urukrama.
Nave Jata Urukrama.
Dashrayam Vartma Dhiranam.
Rashayam Vatmadhiranam.
Dalshayam Vartma Dhiranam.
Rashayam Vatmadhiranam.
Savashrama Namaskritam.
Sarvashrama Namaskritam.
Ashtame Meru Devyam Tu.
Ashtame Meru Devyam Tu.
Nabel Jata Urukrama.
Nave Jata Urukrama.
Dalshayam Vatma Dhiranam.
Dashayam Vatmadhiranam.
Sarvashrama Namaskritam.
Sarvashrama Namaskritam.
Ashtame Meru Devyam Tu.
Ashtame Meru Devyam Tu.
Nabel Jata Urukrama.
Nave Jata Urukrama.
Dalshrayam Vatma Dhiranam.
Dashayam Vatmadhiranam.
Sarvashrama Namaskritam.
Sarvashrama Namaskritam.
Ashtame Mere Devyam Tu.
Ashtame Meru Devyam Tu.
Nave Jata Urukrama.
Nave Jata Urukrama.
Darshayan Vatmadhiranam.
Darshayam Vatmadhiranam.
Sarvashrama Namaskritam.
Sarvashrama Namaskritam.
Ashtame Meru Devyam Tu.
Ashtame Meru Devyam Tu.
Nabher Jata Urukrama.
Nave Jata Urukrama.
Darshayan Vatmadhiranam.
Darshayam Vatmadhiranam.
Sarva Ashrama Namaskritam.
Sarvashrama Namaskritam. Astame meru devyantu.
Astame meru devyamtu.
Narveyata urukramaha.
Navejata urukrama.
Darsayan vartma dhiranam.
Darshayan vatmadhiranam.
Sarvasrama namaskritam.
Sarvasrama namaskritam.
Mataji?
Astame meru devyantu.
Astame meru devyantu.
Navejata urukramaha.
Navejata urukramaha.
Darsayam vachmadhiranam.
Darsayan vatmadhiranam.
Sarvasrama namaskritam.
Sarvasrama namaskritam.
Word for word. Ashtame.
Ashtame.
The 8 of the incarnations.
The 8th of the incarnations.
Merudevyam tu.
Devyamtu.
In the womb of Merudevi,
In the womb of Merudevi,
the wife of
the wife of
Nabe,
Nabe,
King Nabi,
King Nabi,
Jata,
Jata
took birth.
took birth.
Urukrama,
Urukrama,
the whole powerful Lord.
the all powerful Lord.
Darshayam,
Darshayam,
by showing.
by showing.
Vartma,
Vartma,
the way.
the way.
Dhiranam,
Dhiranam,
of the perfect beings.
of the perfect beings.
Sarva,
Sarva,
all.
all.
Ashrama,
Ashrama,
orders of life.
orders of life.
Namaskritam,
Namaskritam,
ordered by.
ordered by.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The 8th incarnation was King Rishabha, son of King Nabi and his wife, Merudevi. In this incarnation, the Lord showed the path of perfection, which is followed by those who have fully controlled their senses and who are honored by all orders of life. Purport: the society of human beings is naturally divided into 8 by orders and statuses of life, the 4 divisions of occupation and 4 divisions of cultural advancement. The intelligent class, the administrative class, the productive class, and the laborer class are the 4 divisions of occupation. And the student life, the householder's life, retired life, and renounced life are the 4 statuses of cultural advancement towards the path of spiritual realization. Out of this, the renounced order of life is the order of sannyas, is considered the highest of all, and the sannyasi is constitutionally the spiritual master for all the orders and divisions. In the sannyas order also, there are 4 stages of upliftment towards perfection. Tu veux lire? You want to read, please? Because my English is not so good.
These stages are called Kutichak, Bahudak, Parivrajacharya, and Paramahamsa. The Paramahamsa stage of life is the highest stage of perfection. This order of life is respected by all others. Maharaja Rishabh, the son of King Nabhi and Merudevi, was an incarnation of the Lord, and he instructed his sons to follow the path of perfection by tapasya, which sanctifies one's existence and enables one to attain the stage of spiritual happiness, which is eternal and ever increasing. Every living being is searching after happiness, but no one knows where eternal and unlimited happiness is obtainable. Foolish men seek after material sense pleasure as a substitute for real happiness. But such foolish men forget that temporary so-called happiness derived from sense pleasures is also enjoyed by the dogs and hogs. No animal, bird, or beast is bereft of this sense pleasure. In every species of life, including the human form of life, such happiness is immensely attainable. The human form of life, however, is not meant for such cheap happiness. The human life is meant for attaining eternal and unlimited happiness by spiritual realization. This spiritual realization is obtained by tapasya, or undergoing voluntarily the path of penance and abstinence from material pleasure. Those who have been trained for abstinence in material pleasures are called dhira, or men undisturbed by the senses. Only these dhiras can accept the orders of sannyas, and they can gradually rise to the status of the Paramahamsa, which is adored by all members of society. King Rishabha propagated this mission, and at the last stage he became completely aloof from the material bodily needs, which is a rare stage, not to be imitated by foolish men, but to be worshipped by all.
Thank you. Astame meru devyam tu naber jata hurukrama darshayam vartma dhiranam salvashrama namaskritam. Homagyanati vinandasya jananjana shakaya shakshurmeritan yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vachanini Nirvishesha Sunnavari Prashachari Shatani Vanchakalpataru Vyascha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitana Pavani Vyo Vaishnavi Vyo Namo Namaha. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak a little bit about the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this chapter is called in English, Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Actually, the Srimad Bhagavatam is articulated on the, around this chapter, right? Because in the beginning, Sukadeva Goswami speaks about the avatars, and all these avatars. We know some major avatars like Kurma, Varaha, and Nishingadev, and there's 10 Dasha avatars, which are the main ones. But there's other avatars described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And any one of you heard about Rishabdev? No? Ever heard about Rishabdev? Yes. Rishabdev, you heard about him? Rishabdev, you heard about him? No. Rishabdev, you heard about him? You heard? Yes. Rishabdev was in the Gurukul also. Huh? So, in the Gurukul we speak about Rishabdev. So here we have the avatar Rishabdev. Risha actually was the name, Rishabha was the name given by his father Nabi, and his wife Meru Devi. Okay, Meru Devi and Nabi made a lot of austerities to get the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, as their sons, as their son. So Krishna is appearing now. Shri Radha Govinda Madhava Krishna Balaram and Govinda Ki Jai. So we have over example like this of a Grihastha couple who very determined to get Krishna as their son. It's not all the Grihastha couple they want this. It's a big responsibility to have Krishna as son. It's not given to everyone. And you have to make many austerities, not like just coming to the morning program for 10 years. No, it's not enough. It's many tapasya, a lot of tapasya. So they made a lot of tapasya in their previous life, And in this life, they got the opportunity. Actually, Lord Vishnu appeared to them and said, look, I know your desire. You want to have me, Lord Vishnu, as your son. But this is not possible. So why? Why is not possible? Now Vishnu told, because there is no one equal to me. You cannot. I cannot be separated. I am the only one. I am the only Supreme Personality of Godhead. So you cannot have me as your son. But I can send you, comment ça s'appelle? An expansion of me. If you happy with this. So of course, Nabi and Meru Devi were very happy with this, and they accepted actually the expansion of Lord Vishnu as their son. And this expansion is called Rishabha. Actually, the Nabi gave him the name Rishabha, which means the perfect one. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, we call him Rishabdev. Dev means the god, means the Deva, means Rishabdev is the perfect one amongst the demigod, amongst all the gods. Is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Only Krishna is perfect. Only Vishnu is perfect. So here in this verse, we have the description of Rishabdev. And if you want further description of Rishabdev, you go in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, because actually all the incarnation now described in this chapter, the chapter 3, of the 1st canto, they will be described through the Srimad Bhagavatam, right? So you will have Rishabdev, you will have Prithu Maharaj, which is also an incarnation of Krishna. Of course, you will have the main incarnation, you will have Buddha, you will have Matsya, Kurma. The Srimad Bhagavatam is describing all this incarnation through the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, right? And till the 10th canto, the summum, which is called the Summum Bonum, this is the most perfect and original incarnation. We cite it in this verse, Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Krishnastu Bhagavan Svayam. Okay, there's many incarnation and there's many expansion of incarnation. But Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Is the origin of all incarnation. That's why it's here in French it's not translated like this. I don't know what happened exactly, but in the original text of Srila Prabhupada is described, this chapter is described, Krishna is the source of all incarnations. In French they say avatars, the avatars, which is little hidden. So we write letter to BBT. They can correct it. Now, Krishna is the source of all incarnation. If we are face to face with a spiritualist who is impersonalist, I will tell you, oh look, Krishna is, you say Krishna is God, Krishna is the source of everything. Krishna is higher than Brahman, but you don't have, do you have any evidence of this? So we as devotees, we have to be able to quote the verses where Krishna is described as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So you find these verses in Srimad Bhagavatam, you find these verses in Bhagavad Gita, where also Arjuna is describing Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, etc. Voilà, vas-y, cite-le. Voilà. Donc, Krishna is the ultimate source of everything. Krishna is the ultimate goal. And also we have Salvasya Chaham Redisanivisto, Matak Smitir Gyanam Apohanam Cha Vedashasharver, Haham Eva Vedyo, Vedantagrid, Vedavid, Evachaham, which means like Krishna is in the heart of everyone and is the source of remembrance and forgetfulness, and is the source of the Vedas, and is the object of knowledge of the Vedas. And then we have Brahma, Ishvara, Parama, Krishna, Satchitananda Vigraha, and we have also other munis, like we sing in at night, Namam Ishvaram Satchitananda Rupam Latsat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam. This the son of Yasoda. The son of Yasoda is Satchit Ananda Rupam. So Lord Rishabdev is not different than Lord Vishnu, and you have 4 chapters in the 5th canto which are very interesting, describing the appearance of Lord Rishabdev, describing the qualities of Lord Rishabdev, and describing the teaching of Lord Rishabdev, which are very important. Actually, Srila Prabhupada gave many lectures on 1st canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, but he gave many lectures also on 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. These instructions of Lord Rishabdev are very, very powerful instructions, actually. It is described by Lord Rishabdev as soon as he was born. His father saw that he was, first of all, he has all the marks on his soul. We say the soul, the feet. He has all the marks of Vishnu. Maybe some of you knows what are the marks. Like we have the flag, we have the barley seed, we have different marks. You can check on your feet if you have this mark. We don't have. We are not a connection of God. But we may have some auspicious marks, which are known to the Brahmanas. But Krishna, he has all these marks. And if you look at the lotus feet of Krishna, lotus feet of Radharani, lotus feet of Nityananda, lotus feet of Chaitanya, they all have different kinds of marks, specific marks. And it is said when Lord Krishna, like Damodar was, in the song we see that Damodar was walking walking in Vraj, and he was running from his mother, and he walked into the butter, actually, because he was eating some butter. He broke the pot, he's eating some butter, and he put butter everywhere, just like usually the kids are doing, some mischief. And Mother Yashoda could recognize his mark on the floor, because he was walking into the butter, so he left his mark on the floor, and she saw, oh, this is Krishna's lotus feet. He has, he has all the remarkable, signs from Krishna. So Rishabdev was born with these marks of Lord Vishnu, and he grew with an exceptional character, and as soon as he was born, actually, a few months and a few years, all the inhabitants already of the country of Maharaj Nabi, they wanted him already to be the ruler of the country. It was a little bit early, so he went to the Gurukul, and he took, he was brahmachari, and he made all the training, and then after he took Grihastha. I think his wife was called Jayanti, and particularity, he took this Grihastha life very seriously. Grihastha means, you live with your wife, you go on the path of spiritual realization together, you help each other. sometimes the wife is serving the husband, sometimes the servant is the husband serving the wife. In Kali Yuga, sometimes it's a little mixed up. In Vedic time, it's a little more clear. But anyway, they are helping each other towards the path of self-realization. And if they have children, they raise the children in Krishna consciousness. And Rishabdev, he had 100 children. Very, very responsible and very courageous. I mean, in Kali Yuga, if you have only one children, you will see new Grihasthas. If you get only one children, after one children, I said enough for me. It's too much responsibility. So he had 100 children, and 9 of his children became sannyasi. We call them in Srimad Bhagavatam. You have their story afterwards. It's called the 9 Yogendras. You heard about it, maybe 9 Yogendras. And after, I don't know how many, maybe 10 became Kshatriya, and all the other children, they became Brahmanas, right? So that's why after he started to teach his children. And we find this okay, we can read a little bit about Rishabdev, then after we come back to the teaching. So this is from, you can read a little bit by yourself if you want to know more about Rishabdev, because it's not like known as a main incarnation, but this is actually non-different from Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. Srila Sukadeva Goswami said, as soon as the Lord was born as the son of Maharaj Nabi, he manifested symptoms of the Supreme Lord. This son was equal to everyone and very peaceful. He could control his senses and his mind, and possessing all opulence, he did not hanker for material enjoyment. This is what we find here in this verse. Srila Prabhupada is giving also a discussion class on this verse, and he's speaking about Dhira and Adhira. So we have in Bhagavad Gita Dhira. Comment c'est ce verset? Deinosmim yata de komaram yohanam jara tata de antara praptir Dhira statara namuyati. We're going through all kinds of transformation, all kinds of bodies, different bodies, but the one who is Dhira means is not disturbed. So we have Dhira and Adhira, and Srila Prabhupada explains that there is 2 types of people in this world, Dhira and Adhira. Means the one who is undisturbed and the one who is disturbed. So the one who is undisturbed is the one who is controlling his senses, and in facing the adversity is not disturbed. There is this story of Lord Shiva that he was meditating, and right after his first wife disappeared in the fire because of the offenses of Daksha, his father-in-law. Then another girl came and tried to disturb Lord Shiva, and he was in Mount Kailash meditating on Krishna, of course, and she touched his genitals. So you imagine, you are meditating, one girl, young, can't touch your genitals. So we can see if we are Dhira or not Dhira. So Lord Shiva does not respond at all, and Srila Prabhupada is explaining that even if you are in this kind of situation, if you are not disturbed, then you are Dhira. And there is also another quoting from the Goswami, Krishna Kirtana Gana Nartana Paru. Comment c'est? You know? Nanartana Paru. Oui, vas-y, plus fort. Dira Jana Priyo Priyakaru. This is the Goswamis, actually. They were they were friendly, and they were appreciated.
By refugees.
Yes, they were appreciated by everyone. The Jira and the Adiras, you know, they were so elevated in Krishna consciousness that everyone. This is the symptom of a good leader. Is a shelter for everyone. Is a shelter for the Jira, of course, who appreciate him naturally because they have the knowledge, and is a shelter also for the Adira, and the one who are agitated by this material nature under the grip of the gunas. Okay, so he could control his senses and his mind and possessing all opulences. He did not hanker for material enjoyment. Endowed with all these attributes, the son of Maharaj Nibi became more powerful day after day. Due to this, the citizens, learned brahmanas, demigods, and ministers wanted Rishabdev to be appointed ruler of the earth. Actually, he was just getting out of his womb, of the womb of Merudevi, but already all the citizens, the brahmanas, the demigods, the ministers, they say, oh, this one is the future king, is the future ruler of the earth. When the son of Maharaj Nibi became visible, he manifested all good qualities described by the great poets, namely a well-built body with all the symptoms of a godhead, prowess, strength, beauty, name, fame, influence, and enthusiasm, just like Bhagavan with the 6 opulences. When the father, Maharaj Nibi, saw all these qualities, he thought his son to be the best of human beings or the supreme being. Therefore, he gave him the name Rishabha. Indra, the king of heaven, who is very materially opulent, became envious of King Rishabdev. So Indra has, this kind of relationship, with either with Krishna, either with other incarnation. In the pastime of Govardhan Hill, he was pouring too much rain, right? And that's why the inhabitants of Vrindavan, they were so much disturbed, the cows and the calf and all the inhabitants of Vrindavan. So Krishna, what happened afterwards. Krishna found a solution for this. But here, this is the contrary. Indra stopped pouring rain. So it is explained in Bhagavad Gita that the cereals and the nourishment of the human being, they're coming from rains, from sacrifice who give rain. So he stopped pouring water on the planet known as Bharadvarsa. Bharadvarsa was given actually by one, the name Bharadvarsa, which is now in vigor, now came back to India. Now we don't say India, we say Bharadvarsa, because the Prime Minister Modi said, now finish India, this is called Bharadvarsa. Huh? True? You didn't know this? Yeah. And the name is coming from the main son of Rishabdev. It's called Bharat. So we'll see his story afterwards in the Srimad Bhagavatam. At that time, the Supreme Lord Rishabdev, the master of all mystic power, understood King Indra's purpose and smiled a little. Then, by his own prowess, through Yogamaya, his internal potency, he profusely poured water upon his own place, which was known as Ajjanaba. Okay, so you have in this chapter all the description of Rishabdev. So this is a very long chapter. We're not going to read everything here. But if you want, today this is by the Srimad Bhagavatam lecture, the appearance day of Lord Rishabdev. So you can read this chapter. This is fifth Canto 5th and chapter 4. Okay? Canto 5th, chapter 4. So then after, he went to do all the process, Brahmachari and Grihastha, and he got his sons, and we find ourselves in the chapter, which is called the 4th chapter, and this 5th canto, talking about Lord Rishabdev. This main chapter, chapter 5, which is called Lord Rishabdev's teaching to his sons. And the very first verse of this chapter, you can learn by heart. Prabhupada is quoting regularly this verse. It's a very strong message to all the materialistic people and to all the people in general who want to attain the perfection of life. So this verse is quoting like this: Nayam deho deha bhajandari loke kastam kamam harate vidbujamye tapo divyam putraka yena sattvam Sudyat yasmat brahma sokyam tu anantam. Okay, Lord Rishabdev is telling to his son, this is the very first verse of this chapter. There's many, all the living entities accepted one after another different material bodies in this world. And they are troubled by sense gratification. But this sense gratification, Lord Rishabdev is telling, is available to all kinds of living entities and also all kinds of animal life. And is even telling, because sometimes you have very strong word in Srimad Bhagavatam, this sense gratification that you like, you appreciate, in this world, eating, sleeping, and mating, and all this kind of sense gratification that you really looking for. Those who are in mode of passion, they are, working very hard, to get this sense gratification. And those who are in the mode of ignorance, they are just, dreaming about this sense gratification because they are too lazy to make efforts. So they sleep and they intoxicate and they're dreaming about this sense gratification. Their main sense gratification, for those who are the mode in ignorance, the main sense gratification is intoxication. And this sense gratification that we are all looking for, of course not us now here, otherwise we won't be here trying to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, worshipping the Supreme Lord, eating prasadam, and relating to each other as devotees. But most of the people on this earth, Bhajam Nariloke. Nariloke means the human beings, Nariloke, who are living in this world. this sense gratification is available also for dogs and hogs who are eating stools. So it's very strong. This is the first verse, the first teaching. It's like you go in school, you learn ABCD, but Richard Dev told, look, if you go to sense gratification, just like you are eating stools. Voilà. Very strong statement. But it's to wake up the conditioned souls, actually. Look, I'm not better than this. Vid Bujam. Vid Bujam. Vid Bujam is the pigs who are in the forest like this, you know. Now, every winter now, we have the Vid Bujam coming. They're coming in the garden, and in my garden also many. They look for different kind of things. They are a little bit more sattvic here because they are looking for roots. But they are very useful actually because they make your garden healthy, you know, and your fields healthy because they're taking, you know, they're looking for all the roots, different bad roots, eating them, you know. And then you have good grass growing in the spring. You know, you have good grass growing. Yeah. And you know why they are coming now? Because we installed Varaha here, so they are the protected from Varaha. You know, just like all the ghosts, you know, are protected by Lord Shiva. And this Vidbujam, you know, this boar, you know, we are living in the forest. There's a lot of, we don't see them because they come in at night. But one time, one farmer, he came to see me, and he said, "Can I go and hunt your porks?" I said, "No, this is the porks of Krishna. You cannot go in this place. You cannot get them." You know? So now, because Vara is here, so they take shelter of his property. Maybe there is 100, 200,000, you know, you don't know, a lot of. And now every winter they have this pastime, they dig everywhere in the fields, you know, in Yumapo. You saw?
Oh yeah.
No, you didn't see? You saw? Okay, so, and one should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. There is all kind of austerities in this world. I mean, if you were living outside sometimes, you see all kind of people making austerities, rising early in the morning, sometimes more early than Vaishnavas, you know, because Vaishnavas they rise early, like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and they go to Mangalarti. This is one kind of austerity. But you have materialistic people, they make even more austerities. They're working more, and they rise earlier just to sell goods, to go to the market, to drive. Prabhupada says, you know, sometimes driving car, sometimes take plane every day to go and work, you know, aircraft, and many austerities like this. In family life, you have austerities. The wife raising the children and cooking, winter or summer. There's all kind of austerities in this world we make, and we make it for, you know, different purposes. But Rishabdev says, Tapo Divyam, Putraka, my sons. Look, Tapo Divyam. Tapo Divyam means we make only spiritual austerities. This is what will guide us, will bring us to the perfection of life. So this we have to remember. This is sometimes difficult to, especially for Grihastha people, you know, they think, oh, I have to work hard to get some money, and, you know, of course, we have to maintain our family, we have to work, but not too hard. Huh? We have to keep some space for spiritual practices. Otherwise, we lose the tapodivyam. The tapodivyam means austerities for spiritual purpose. And this is, you know, the secret of attaining the supreme destination. So by such activities, one heart is purified. The first tapo we have in Krishna consciousness is we promise, you know, at the initiation day that we will follow the 4 regulative principles. So this is the first tapa, which a long time, on the long run, is not tapa anymore. We have to make more tapa. But this first, when, you know, we join, we take initiation, you know, this is the first tapa we have to do. Then we have the tapa of chanting 16 rounds. Okay, in the beginning we are very enthusiastic, we get up early, we chant our 16 rounds, but after 30, 40 years, you know, we see it's become sometimes difficult. So we still have to go on. This is the tapodivyam. So by such activity, one's heart is purified, and when one attains this position, he attains eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever. So that's why we are here. Actually, we're looking for eternal happiness, not temporary happiness given by the karma and the 3 gunas. One day we are happy, one day we are not happy. It's according to karmana devanetrena. Actually, we don't decide what will happen to us. The devas decide for us. Devas even decide what kind of body you will get next. Not us. We may have some desires, but according to the action we made in this life, we will get a certain type of body. That's why Lord Rishabdev is telling to his son, look, you have been wandering through the whole universe. I don't remember this verse, but wandering through the universe. Okay, we have been wandering from all this universe, taking different kinds of bodies and trying to enjoy sense gratification. And by the grace of Lord Krishna, by the grace of the spiritual master, by the grace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we receive the seed of devotional service. So this is the most important thing for us. And on this source of receiving, on this first step of receiving the seed of devotional service, so we water this seed, which become a plant. So this is our tapodivyam. Actually, we stop all kinds of materialistic activities, and we only cultivate Krishna consciousness. We become yogis. Yoginam api sarvesam mad gate antaratmana. Krishna says the bhakti yogi is the best of all the yogis. It doesn't seem we are yogis. Yogi, when we speak about yogi, usually in India or in the Western world, is someone who is sitting here for months and years and is only breathing and is only, you know, sometimes they smoke. But that's not really part of a yoga, but they levitate and you know, they make all kind of tapasya. But this is not this tapodivyam, this one. But it doesn't seem we are yogi because we act like any other people. Srila Prabhupada say we cook and we, you know, we do some work outside and we sew and we, you know, we serve Krishna, we clean. The yogi, they don't clean, huh? They sit in the Himalayas and they don't care who is cleaning, who is not cleaning. Yeah? They are in a, comment ça s'appelle, une grotte?
Cave.
They are in the cave. They don't care who is cleaning the place. But we clean, we cook, we serve. So where are these yogis? What kind of yoga is this? No, we are bhakti yogis, and the best of all the yogis, because all our acts, all our meditation, they are going towards Lord Krishna. Because we know by the scriptures that in the spiritual world, this is what is happening. In the spiritual world, only Krishna and his associate exist, and they have pastimes there, and this is always expanding, and this is what we are looking for, because any other happiness will not make us happy. It's there's the happiness which is already given to the Vidbhuja, to all the kind of animal life. Temporary happiness. But we know there's a spiritual world. Srila Prabhupada revealed to us the spiritual world, and we are looking forward for it. So that's why here in the Srila Prabhupada says, actually all the temples, they are Vaikuntha places. What we do here, we practice the devotional service to Lord Krishna, and we getting trained up to live in the spiritual world forever. And this is the conclusion here. By such activity, one's heart is purified, so we become kama loba dayaschaye. No more karma, no more loba, no more greed, no more karma means comment ça s'appelle? Lust. All these comment ça s'appelle? All these qualities that disappear. The heart is purified, and when one attains this position, he attains eternal, blissful life. Eternal, blissful life. That's why we are the best of the yogis, because we know with knowledge that we can attain eternal, blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever. So we don't stop. Once we attain the Krishna prema, the ultimate destination, then it's finished. We don't come back in the material world. Krishna says, you don't come back. Janma kamma same divyam evam yo vetitad vata tyagvat eha pulna janma neiti mam eti so rejo. Once you know the quality of my birth, of my activities, to meditate thoroughly on me, then you never come back in. You quit this material world and you never come back. So the Bhakti Yogi knows this. He knows that there is this world, we can attain it, and this is our process. And all these places, that's why it's important, if we want to practice seriously Krishna consciousness, to give our maximum to this practice, to maximum get association with devotees, maximum always eating prasadam, and live with devotees in communities like we have. Because these communities, they are non-different from the spiritual world. And in these places, we are getting trained up to live in the spiritual world. Then, if we become perfect in this situation, then we are transferred to the spiritual world. This is our goal. Hare Krishna. So if you have any question or comments, you have some comments there.
Me, I really enjoyed the listening to the informations. Thank you so much.
Very, very short question.
Oui.
I've heard of Satchit Ananda, but I haven't heard of Satchit Ananda Rupa. Rupa.
Yeah, Satchitananda Rupa.
I don't know the word Rupa.
Rupa. Rupa means form.
Form. Okay.
You have Satchitananda Rupa or you have Satchitananda Vigraha. In the Brahma Samhita you have Vigraha. Vigraha means form also. Vigraha, just like we say the Vigraha Murti of Krishna, the form of Krishna. Because in the spiritual world you have these four qualities that you don't have in the material world. You have Sat, eternity, Chit, knowledge
and bliss.
And bliss, Ananda, Satchitananda. But also you have a form. It's not like impersonalist philosophy where there is no form. We have form, and through this form we have relationship. We have relationship with Krishna. We have relationship with the devotees, with different different associates of Krishna, depending on where is our place in the spiritual world. This we don't know yet, but this is through the form that is happening. Rupa, Ananda Rupam. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki Jai.
His Grace Gaudamandala Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Do you know how to stop this?
Just press the stop button.